right, good morning, everybody. Joe Van Doren here, and welcome to our Virtues Pick for today. I'm excited to be back. I'm a little off my little break, and now I'm back in my home office. And our word that we got today that's so appropriate for all of us, and that word is courage. Excuse me. So let's read the description first, and then we'll discuss it a little bit. This courage transforms fear into determination. It is embracing life fully, without holding back, doing what must be done even when it is difficult or risky. When we are tempted to give up, courage supports us to take the next step. It allows us to face adversity with confidence. Courage opens us to new possibilities and gives us the strength to sacrifice for what we love. At times, we need courage to accept the truth and to pick ourselves up after a mistake, ready to make amends and try again. Courage gives me the strength to make this journey with all my heart. So, I love this word, and certainly it's one of those virtues that, probably most of us need a little bit more of. At least I do, I know, because the journey sometimes can be difficult. It can be scary, and as we go through life, unless we're willing to open ourselves up and see the lessons in everything that's coming towards us and around us and through us, and accept the responsibility, I would also admit that sometimes we just need to accept that responsibility that we've attracted these things, and so now what do I need to do to get back to a more positive way and attract more positive things to us? And so that's what I'm thinking about with courage. But courage, this virtue of courage, where does it come from? It comes, in my opinion, at least how I'm thinking about it this morning, it comes from our willingness to recognize that we make mistakes, that we're not perfect, and that it's okay to make mistakes. It's the way that we learn, to accept the truth as it puts it here, whatever it might be. Whether that truth is you made a mistake and you need to make amends for it and fix it, or you have the courage to see the possibilities of new things coming towards you, or you have the courage sometimes just to sit back and allow things to happen that are maybe not so pleasant, but they're necessary. And I think about that especially in in raising our children. When we're parenting, sometimes we have to look at and see things happen with our children that aren't pleasant. We would prefer that they didn't happen, but maybe the child's made a choice, or maybe something has come up that they have failed at something, or they've made a mistake, and now there's some consequences that go with it. And we have to have the courage as a parent to step back and to have some allowance for that. If we don't allow it and we step in all the time trying to fix things and to try to clear the path for them so that everything is easy, we're not allowing them to strengthen the muscles of courage, to strengthen the muscles that give them the strength, to strengthen the muscles of resilience. And, in the long run, long term, things aren't going to work out very well for them, because they're going to believe that, mom, dad are always going to step in. They're going to believe that things always are going to be fixed for them, when what they need to learn is that everything has a purpose, everything has a lesson, and that they're not perfect, and that they'll grow, and we give them that opportunity, And so, from a parenting point of view, I think that's how we're thinking about it. But from my own personal point of view, I think I want to continue to develop my courage to step out and do those things that seem risky to me, because the risk only is a result of being afraid of something, right? A lot of times it's of being afraid of failure, being afraid of looking foolish, having a fear of being embarrassed, or having the fear of of the failure, and I think that's probably the biggest one, at least for me, and for many people. So, to have that courage to step into those new possibilities and to and listen to what the universe is saying to you, and allowing things to work out. It takes a lot of courage. And so even when it's not an adverse thing, even if it's something that you want, that you desire, that you have a great hope for, there can still be these fears that hold us back from stepping into those possibilities. And so, that's that's one of those areas that I'm continuing to work on. What about you? What areas are you working on to develop courage? Every one of us has it, and I've got this, I think, transformational kind of way of thinking and looking at parenting and the 4 C's of successful families. I know that these things are true. They're many times put in words of other people's in many different ways, but the way we've developed this, we've really been able to help parents to transform their parenting, transform their families, and to work and to help their kids. So I know it works, but I also know that I need the courage to continue to jump in there, right, and to bring it out more fully. So that's what I'm working on. That's what I will focus on, not just today, but for many days. I'm glad this word came up. How do we teach our kids about courage? I say it's simple, but it's not, because we have to accept that we're not responsible for everything that happens with our kids, But we teach them by allowing them the opportunities to have some failures and to meet their adversities, and we give them the support and the encouragement that they need to move forward and to make amends for their mistakes and to learn the lessons that are coming to them. And if we don't do that, then we'll end up with a child that may learn it in the future, but likely will not, and that can be damaging to them in the long term. So we want to help our kids gain this courage, and we can do this by encouraging them to face these things, rather than discouraging them by guilting them or shaming them about the things that have gone wrong or the mistakes that they've made. So this word courage is a big one in helping our kids to feel hopeful and to see the future with a brighter look. We're going to be doing some things on optimism and positive thinking, and I think all of this ties together so well with this virtue of courage. So that's how I'm thinking about courage today. That's what I'm going to focus on. I hope you will focus on it also. If you enjoy getting this virtues focus on a daily basis, please like our YouTube page, or follow me on Facebook. Maybe we're going to expand a little bit in some other areas, but we're looking to help everyone to focus on the good things that are inside of them and the good things that are inside of their children, because when we focus on those things, we get more of them and we get more of the better stuff. So that's why we do this, and we hope that you can share this with others. So thank you very much for being here. We'll see you next time, which is tomorrow morning. And until then, keep practicing the virtues and the 4 C's of successful families, and that is clarity, communication, consistency, and community.